One of your big points in your TechCrunch post is encrypted messaging. Why isn't this kind of more of the norm?
Well, if you've read any of the comments on the TechCrunch post, the common opinion is that it's too hard to use.
Okay.
It's a pain. Both parties, both the sender and the receiver, have to have some pieces of information, and you have to exchange parts of that information with one another to make the encryption work the way it's really supposed to work. And most people think that's just too high of a burden. They don't want to go through that kind of trouble just to send an email to their buddy. Which is fine. Which is fine for most of the time. I mean, if you're just sending an email to your buddy, hey, let's go tailgating this weekend, whatever, that's fine. But if you're actually going to be sending anything of a sensitive nature, I think the old adage, security is inversely proportional to convenience, is absolutely true. If you want to keep your stuff secure, you're going to have to jump through a few hoops.
Yeah, because puts the hoops in front of anybody who wants to get your stuff. Do you think that these kind of exploits are going to become more and more common as, let's say, a younger generation moves into, if we're just using public office, and these kind of things, there's more Facebook pages and MySpace pages and information made public voluntarily. Are these things going to happen maybe more, and what do you think the fallout from that could be?
I think there will be a period in the near future where we see a lot more of this, as certainly the Governor Palin compromise is it's an obvious example for people to learn from. So they might use this to attack, their friends at school on some other service. It might not be Yahoo, it might be some other social service, email service, whatever. So I think there will be a lot of this in the near future as people realize how easy it is to execute these things. And then hopefully, and I think the younger generation is probably going to spearhead this, people will start to either request better password controls or begin to execute their decisions a little better. So in the example with Yahoo, where you don't get to control what questions you are asked, for a password reset, you can select from a predefined set of passwords, or I'm sorry, a predefined set of questions. The suggestion I gave earlier is to make up answers. Don't answer the question that's being asked. I think that will be an initial knee-jerk reaction, and then the various services and the websites offering them will eventually start offering more personalized password reset options where you can choose your own question and your own answer.
So the onus is really on the email services to bridge the gap between convenience and security. Like, that has to come from them to kind of make that closer.
I think for the average user, that's the way it needs to be. Certainly for the tech-savvy crowd, they'll be able to work around the limitations to keep their stuff as secure as they choose to. But I think that it is incumbent upon the website providers to really make a better effort to secure the data, or at least to secure the password recovery options in this way. The real question you asked, though, was data proliferation, public data proliferation. I don't see that going away. I just don't see that going away at all.
So we're just going to have to figure out better ways to deal with it and to make that information not necessarily the gateway into all of your information.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, our guest has been Scott Merrill, who writes for TechCrunch.com. Thank you very much for joining us, Scott.
Thanks for having me.